So beside me here, I have a 2026 Ford F-150 Lariat with the 501A package. We're gonna do a walk around and a review on it. Let me know what you guys think. So in front of me here, I have the 2026 Ford F-150 Lariat here with the 501A package in Agate Black. Now for 2026, not much has really changed when it comes to the front end, or rather the exterior of the F-150. But we'll start here at the front with these LED daytime running lights that you're gonna get here. You're gonna get LED lights as well. Now, as you can see down below here on the bumper, we've got LED fog lights. Now on the bumper itself, we can see it does have your parking sensors. You've got two recovery hooks there with that plastic air dam as well. Now, as we carry into the center here of the grille, this one does have the blacked out appearance pack. So you're gonna get the blacked out Ford badge there. And this one does have a camera at the front underneath that Ford badge to encompass your full 360 camera. But overall, that is really it here at the front. Let's take a look underneath the hood and go over the engine of choice. So taking a look underneath here, the Ford F-150 Lariat with the 501A, we have equipped the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6. We've got 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque mated to the 10-speed automatic transmission. Highly recommend this engine option if you want the high payload capacity with great towing capability and power. So that's underneath the hood here of this F-150. Let's take a look around the truck and go over its options. All right, so let's take a look around the F-150 here, and we'll start with the tire and wheel setup. So we're sitting on a 20-inch wheel. 275/60R20 is the tire size. We've got that blacked out rim there, as we can see, with the blacked out Ford badge. We've got a carpeted liner inside, no air suspension on these trucks. We can see also here on the fender, we've got the F-150 name with Lariat, and then a fender vent there. Blacked out mirror caps here with a camera underneath and a light. So that's also a nice thing to note. You can turn on that light to help at night if you can't see. Now this is a side profile view. You're gonna get a running board, keyless entry, only on the front 2 doors. And this is a 5.5 foot bed. And as you can see, we've got the 4x4 sticker there on the side. But from a side profile view, I think the truck looks good. Let's take a look over here inside on the passenger side. Now with the Lariat here, we're greeted with an all black interior. And we'll start here with the door panel. So we're gonna get soft touch here at the top, and then a nice leather armrest part here. We've got window control here, lock and unlock, some storage here, and then some brushed aluminum trim. Bang & Olufsen speaker with some storage down below here on the door panel. Nothing here on the door sill, and this is what the seats look like. So they're very comfy, I have to say, nice and plush. You've got your seat adjustments here with the Ford name right there. Now over here, you're gonna get 2 different glove box areas. One here at the top, which is opened with that button there. So you get some more storage there. And then you're gonna get your lower one as well. Now I also like the fact that they put this little storage compartment there so you can store more things if needed. And then you also get handles on both sides to help you get in. This one does not have the moonroof, but you can option this truck with one. Now that's it here at the front. Let's take a look at the back. Now in the back here, we're greeted with that same type of material here on the door panel. Soft touch here, more of that brushed aluminum here. You're gonna get a cup holder here in the back, B&O speaker here, some storage on the door panel, and then this little leather wrapped area where you can lay your arm. Nothing here on the door sill. And then here over on the seats themselves, very nice, soft and plush, and they are perforated. Now you don't get heated seats with the 501A. You're gonna have to go to the 502. As we can see here inside, you're gonna get 2 USB-Cs, 2 cup holders, a 120, but again, you're gonna have to go to the 502A package to get heated rear seats. But overall, it's nice. You got handles here to help you get in on both sides, but I'll show you guys how I would get in here as someone who's about 5'11". All right, so hopping inside, the running board's gonna help you a lot, as well as this handle. Now getting inside here, the seats themselves are pretty comfy, and you've got a crap ton of room back here, honestly. This does have that flat floor, which is gonna be awesome if you're gonna be sitting in the middle. So your feet aren't kind of up. They're gonna be kind of more even when you sit. But you got your cup holders here. You got your 2 USB-Cs. There's an indent here at the top too. So if you are a taller passenger or you've got a bigger hat, you've got that room. Like right now, I've got probably like 4 or 5 inches of room for headroom. But overall, it's a nice place to kind of relax. And then to get out, you got your handle and your running board to help you get out. Let me know what you guys think. Now that's it for a back profile view. We'll shut the door here. And then here's a look at that back tire and wheel. No carpeted liner here on the back of the bed, but you can see you've got your leaf springs there, and you got the same tire dimension as well. And then you get that 4x4 sticker. But that's it for a side profile view. Let's take a look at that back tailgate. So in the back here of the Ford F-150 Lariat here, we'll start in the center. We got the F-150 name stamped right there in the middle with the blacked out Ford badge. You've got dual exhaust there on the bumper with your parking sensors as well. You're gonna get LED taillights, which I also think look good. You also have a camera here and a light on the right side. Now to open the back tailgate, you're gonna have to click this button twice, and then the tailgate will come down just like that. Now this one doesn't have the exterior work surface, but you get tie downs or bottle openers on both sides of the tailgate. No spray and bed liner here as we can see, but you also don't get cargo lights here. You're gonna have to get another package to get the cargo lights back here. As we can see, there aren't any lights, but you do get a 120 plug. And then you're also gonna get that rear sliding window in the back. But overall, this is really it for the back here. I wish they put at least a spray and bed liner here, you know, when you're paying this much money for a truck. But overall, that's really it. The tailgate itself is made out of aluminum, so it is pretty light. That's it for the back. Let's take a look at those seats behind the driver. I just want to say thank you to Kitchener Ford here in Kitchener, Ontario. Go see my boy Connor. He'll hook you up with a great deal on one of these units. So taking a look inside the Ford F-150 Lariat 501A, we'll start with the door panel. Same type of design and material here on the door panel. Soft touch, you get some storage down below. B&O speaker, cup holder, window control, and that brushed aluminum trim. Nothing here on the door sill. And as we carry over here on the seat themselves, again, nice and plush. You got some perforation here, but they are not heated. You're gonna have to go to the 502A. You've got your handle to help you get in. And then here's that indent there for taller passengers. You're also gonna get two vents here. And then, like I said, you're gonna get USB-Cs and then a 120. And then there are your cup holders. But overall, that's really it. The seats do lift up. You're gonna get some more storage underneath, but it is a 60-40 split. When you wanna push the seat back down, pull this up, and then the seat will come down just like that. But that's it for the back. Let's take a look at the front. So let's take a look inside the F-150 here on the driver's side of things. We'll start with the door panel. All soft touch here at the top with a nice leather area to rest your arm. Window and mirror controls here, and the mirrors are power folding. They also have your blind spot detection there. You've got memory seating too, which is nice to note. B&O speaker, then some storage down here. Nothing here on the door sill, but this is what that seat looks like on the driver's side. So they all look the same, nice and plush. Seat adjustments there with the Ford name. Now on the left side of the steering wheel, you're gonna get your light controls. You can adjust the pedals to make them go forward or back. You've got your parking brake there, tailgate light as well. And this is how you would release your tailgate. So you can push this button twice, and then you also have a handle. One thing though with the Lariat, I wish they still did, was give you an automatic telescopic steering wheel in the Lariats in general. You have to go to the 502A to get the automatic telescopic steering wheel. But that's it before we hop in, guys. Let's take a look inside. So we are inside the F-150 Lariat 501A. We'll start with the steering wheel. We've got a leather wrap steering wheel here as we can see. I also like the thickness of the steering wheel. I think it feels really good. Over on the left side here, you're going to get your Blue Cruise technology as well as your cruise control. You've got volume control, voice command there, your gap adjustments there, and then your lane keeping assist. I also like the fact here that you can put your hand when you are driving on a long cruise. We've got the blacked out Ford badge there. Over here on the right side is going to control your front infotainment screen. So in this digital instrument cluster, you can hit menu, and then you can go to different views. So you can scroll through depending on what you want on the screen. When you go to my view, you can add things into this view. I also like the fact that you can just put it into like a comm view, and it will make this screen basically just show, you know, how fast you want to go. And then obviously we're almost out of gas here because it's a brand new vehicle. It's only got 8.4 kilometers on it. But overall, ton of cool options that you can choose on the instrument cluster. Now behind the steering wheel on the left is going to be your toggle for your wipers. This one does not have a heads-up display, but you can get one in the Lariats. Go to the 502A and you'll be able to get one. But it is soft touch here at the top. B&O speaker there. You've got some more storage here at the top as well, and then more soft touch over on the passenger side. But overall, I think the layout at the front here in the dash, I think Ford has done a great job with integrating the screens and all of the climate control, which we'll get into. You also get your automatic stop start button here that you could turn on or off. You've got two vents on either side of the screen, Pro trailer back up there, and then your engine start stop button. Now this is your 12-inch display screen Ford introduced back in 2021 when they did the full redesign. It works really well. It's very intuitive. You know, you've got your audio on this side, and then you can scroll through the different settings over on the right side. But you can also make the navigation bigger by clicking this little arrow there. It will swap screens. You also can have your navigation on the full screen if you wish. So if you don't want this, you can clear that out. You've got hotkeys down below here. So audio, phone, navigation, favorites, apps, settings, and features. And as you can tell, it's very responsive. I also like the fact that with the features, you've got different things that you can use. So you've got zone lighting. This will turn on all the lights on the exterior of the truck. It works well, I would say, at campsites or anything at night that you need to see. You can use all of the LED lights. So like I said, it works really well. It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which you can use wirelessly. And the sound system with the B&O is great. Down below here, you've got other controls here. So you've got your volume and tuning. This is your camera button. So this is your 360 camera. If you click this little arrow here, you can change the different angles of where you want it. This is a bird's eye view if you're backing up a hitch. This is the front angle view, and so on. So you can also turn off your parking sensors if you're backing up to a trailer. That will help. And then when you want to turn off the cameras, you just click that camera button. Now I like the fact that they've given you climate control buttons as opposed to it just being in the screen. I think people prefer having climate control buttons as opposed to just touching things in the screen, because if the screen fails, you're not able to use your climate control. It does have dual zone climate. You've got heated and ventilated seats with a heated steering wheel, which is nice, especially in this climate here in Canada. It's pretty cold. Now over here is going to be your 4x4 settings, and then you have different drive modes. So when you swap this here, you're going to get different animations. So you got normal, tow haul, you've got eco, you've got sport, and then if we go to the right, you're going to get, well, your normal again, you're going to get slippery, you're going to get off-road, and it will change the 4x4 settings depending on which mode you're in, but I think the animation looks pretty good. Down below here, you got USB and USB-C plugs. Then you can close this to make it look a little bit more cleaner. On the right side here, you've got a 12 volt and a 120. That will help tremendously if you want to plug in your laptop or whatever computer you have. Over here in the center, you've got your center console shifter here, which I really like the fact that it's in the center here as opposed to the column shifter. You can push this button down and this will make a flat area. You can get an interior work surface, which you can fold this, and you can only do it when you're parked. It creates a nice little surface area here to put things if you want to work. But as you can see, you got two cup holders here, another slot to put things, and then this is your center console area, nice and soft. When you lift it up here, you're going to get an ample amount of storage inside. You could take this out, and then you're going to get two more USB-C plugs down below. But overall, it's a really deep pocket. Then we'll close this here. Up here at the top, you're going to get your light controls and then your rear sliding window button with your sunglass holder here. You've got your visors with your garage door opener. But overall, that is really it, guys, for the inside of the F-150. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go outside, give you guys my final thoughts, and talk price. So let's talk price. 2026 Ford F-150 Lariat here with the 501A package. We're sitting at $86,465 Canadian. Let me know what you think about the truck, guys, in the comments. Curious to know what you think. I still think the F-150 is a great contender in the market. It drives really, really well. It's very comfortable, but I do have to say, yeah, the prices for Lariat now are pretty high. So let me know what you guys think, and this concludes this review. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.